Welcome, everyone. This is the Hero series again, and I have someone special today, one of my former clients, Amira MacCue. She is helping people to get confidence around money and stop living from day to day. That's her mission. Amira, tell us a bit about yourself. Why did you start this business?
I started it because apart from my own challenges, I really saw a need, especially when it comes to money, to be able to understand how to create a plan and how to keep more of the money that you actually earn.
Do you have your own struggles and challenges?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think for me, the moment, and I've written a couple of blogs about this, but the moment when I realized I was having trouble finding $20 to buy my daughter a birthday present, that was the moment I decided it had to be different. I could not live like that anymore, and I didn't want my children to live like that. I didn't want that to be something that I passed on to them. And so that was the moment I decided to do something about it.
Amazing. People always have these no more decisions when they have, eventually they have enough and they say change is about to come. And was there a time in your life when you did not have a voice or didn't have self-worth?
That was probably the majority of my life. That is something that's really only come to me recently, like in the last maybe 5-10 years. That's not something that that I've had my whole life. I definitely, the funny thing is though, that people would see me perhaps as someone who was confident, but that's definitely not who I've been. And I've come up with a lot of strategies in the past to be able to just try to keep to myself and do what I needed to outwardly. So this is probably the first time in my actual life that I feel connected and confident.
So tell us about a bit more. How did you come to the conclusion that you need to help other people to get confident and have a plan? What was the transition from your challenges to come to the conclusion that this will be your business?
I think that during the process, so when I decided that something had to change, I had to go look for how to change it. There wasn't really a lot out there to help with that. At the time, there wasn't any spending planners.
So where will we find you? See, some people would have the exact challenge that you had in your life. How are they going to find you, Amira? Because I believe I want to put you out there with this video. Probably hundreds of thousands will watch these videos later. Then how are they going to find you?
They can find me at my website, which is www.yourmoneyhabit.com.au. And you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, which is Your Money Habit. And if you'll allow me for a second to explain why the name Your Money Habit.
Of course, please tell us why and how that name came about.
Well, I'm sure it's no surprise to your viewers that money struggles are one of the top challenges across the globe. So when trying to come up for a name for my business, I thought there's two things that come to mind. Number one, money can almost be like an addiction, an obsession that we think about constantly. Unfortunately, we're often thinking not very good things about money. But the other thing is that our habits make or break us. At the end of the day, how we behave, those small little habits on a daily basis add up to your end results. So it kind of fit nicely, I thought, that, it was about your money and then your habits or your constant thinking about money. So your money habit it was.
It's absolutely spot on, because I think humans are absolutely habits of creatures, or really what they consistently do daily, and that brings either good or bad outcomes or results. And as long as your habits are right, your mindset is right, then you have a very different outcome from someone else who is coming with a lot of mess in his life and no consistency.
That's right. And unfortunately, that fuels those thoughts that you have, which then leads you to a place where you don't take the action that you need, which then leads you into this terrible cycle of, I feel bad all the time. How do I get myself out of this? And that's why I started the business, to help people get past this endless negative loop and have a plan and know where they were going.
And tell us, because I have seen a lot of people who have made decisions and who has run away from making the follow through and really get to new results. Are you able to help those people in your business? Have you got a plan for those who have been constantly failing?
Well, that's where the support comes in. The biggest thing I would say is that I would want people to know that, firstly, it's a safe space. That's what people need, especially given that there is a lot of fear around money. It's generally a fear of being criticized. Often people will say, I've got this fear of being found out. I've been doing bad things or something. But the truth is that you can't go back. You are where you are right now, and we need to move forwards from that spot. So it's not about being bad or wrong or right or any of those type of things. It's really about, what are you going to do from this point moving forwards, and who are you going to move into being? Who are you going to be now and in the future?
Yes,
The other person is got to be left behind.
Yes, I have those discussions with my clients as well, that sometimes the past is just keeps repeated for people, and the best way would be at times to just erase the memory bank. So, and then when they have a clear memory or no memory, then just show them one person who is on top of their money game. They have the correct, congruent habits to money and the results, and that would be the only experience they have about money, and they would be going really, really fast.
If only it could work that way. However, I think that it is firstly just about making that commitment to want to change, and then showing up even when you're uncomfortable, because it is going to be uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. But very discomfort true. Doesn't mean bad.
And who are you helping? Who are the people that you could really take to another dimension around money, if there is a specific type of client?
I tend to take people who are, they generally have a pretty good income, a good income anyway, but they don't seem to be able to keep any of it.
All right.
It just slips through their fingers. So you'll tend to find that they're living payday to payday. they don't have any savings. There's probably some debt there as well. And they just feel bad all the time. So that's what we want to move beyond, is that fearful feeling all the time. We want you to be able to sleep well. We want you to know that where you want to go. And this is another key part, though, is we really need to get clear on, what do you want for yourself? Where do you want to go? What are you aiming for? And then let's create your plan around getting there. So it's really about people who are in that situation, but they really want to come up with a plan so they can get where they want to go.
This is exciting, and I have to let the audience in on a small secret that your program has huge support around those fears and anxiety and all the emotional things that come up with money for a lot of people, and that is really the hold up where people are held back. And the Doctor of Self-Worth, myself, is available through your programs, where finally they get to the bottom of where they are failing or self-sabotaging their own success. Is that right?
Exactly. And this is the thing that I think makes it a little bit different. We've all seen your little, you can download a budget spreadsheet anywhere, right? Well, firstly, that's not really the approach that we take. It is a bit of a good tool in the beginning. But the other issue is, why are you not following through? So we know that we need to have a plan. We know that we need to follow the plan, but we don't seem to be able to. Often people aren't able to firstly sit still long enough to create the plan. And then if they do manage to get to that bit, then it's, I don't even follow the plan. So I'm in no better position than I was before.
Yeah, and it's a lot to do with the blocks, the self-sabotage that is just running unhindered in the mind, that becomes a behavior which is stifling progress.
And it's about habits as well. You've had so many often, and we have done some other another course together, the Peace with Money course, and we talk about distractions. There's a lot of ways to distract yourself, especially in the environments that we have now. There is so many ways to do it. But we really need to get to the bottom of why you continue to distract yourself and not sit down and do what's required.
Yes, it is a key to be honest and start really looking to the mirror, which tells us a lot how we or people stop themselves from achieving what they want. And of course, please tell us, or we'll drop that program into the comment section or under this video. Is there anything else that you want to share before we finish this interview with you?
I think I just want to let people know that it's really important that you understand that making a lot of, moving a lot isn't making progress. So being busy and moving isn't making progress. So there's this really great quote that I really love, and it's basically, there's no point rowing harder if your boat is in the wrong direction.
Oh, I love that one.
So what we really need to do is to stop. We need to sit still, and we really need to think about the direction that we want to go in before we decide what action to take. So that's what I want people to know, that it's important to stop all the busyness, take the time, because if you point your boat in the right direction, you'll get where you want to go.
With the right plan, plus with the right mind or mind space, things just start to happen for you, as for all or hundreds of clients before. And I hope we'll share a link to those reviews as well.
Well, thank you.
Thanks very much, Amira. It was awesome to meet with you. And reach out to her. She's the money queen, and she'll help you sort you out as far as finances. Ciao.
Thank you.